is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going to check out the video. What's good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with a quick video. We're going to talk about Klay Thompson. One of the biggest things that have been going around is Klay Thompson possibly leaving the Golden State Warriors. Or is he going to take a significant pay cut? Same with Kevin Durant and next year Draymond Green. One thing that people don't realize is that Draymond Green already took a pay cut. Klay Thompson took a slight pay cut also. And Kevin Durant took pay cuts for the last 3 years just to keep this roster intact. And I think that a lot of people don't really realize that or forgot about that they all sacrificed some money. Even Steph Curry, he could have got paid more in the open market, but he took a pay cut just to stay with Golden State and get long-term stability, which was a gamble for him in the organization, but he still did it, and that allowed them to be able to sign a guy like Kevin Durant for the amount of money that he's making right now. But the biggest thing that a lot of people have been talking about is, should Klay Thompson leave? Some people say the reason why Klay Thompson isn't the greatest shooter in the world is because he plays with Steph Curry. One game Steph gets hot, next game Klay gets hot. Some games Kevin Durant get hot, and obviously if you look at the top scoring charts, you can definitely see that Steph Curry is the NBA leading scorer right now at 32 points a game, and Klay Thompson is at 19, while Kevin Durant is at 28, which means he can put up more numbers if he got more attempts and more chances to score. But with him playing with two alpha males and two guys that are better than him at this point, they get more shots and they are more complete players compared to a guy like Klay Thompson. But since he doesn't have to do that much, that water downs how good he really is, because he's playing with teammates that's better than him and they get more opportunities than him. But at the same time, that's something that he knew when he signed with the Warriors and when he re-signed, and the fact that if he signs again this year and KD does take another pay cut to stay, is going to let you know right then and there that Klay Thompson doesn't really care about being the man. And he said that he loves Golden State. He wants to be in Golden State, and he doesn't plan on leaving. But we done heard that from so many players and so many coaches for years, and they end up either getting traded or they end up leaving in free agency or they ended up getting fired. So you can't really take their word on it. That's what they're supposed to say. It is cliche, but that's what they're going to say just to keep the media out of their business and keep their decision undisclosed, because then they'll have to worry about everybody talking about them getting traded, everybody knowing they want to leave, and it causes more drama. So Klay Thompson is playing the safe side by telling you what we want to hear and telling us what he should say, but we really don't know what Klay Thompson's heart is at, and we really don't know if he's really going to stay, because if you got to keep it real, at the end of the day, they're not going to really be able to afford all these players. Like I said, all these players on this roster had to take a pay cut, and then Steph Curry got the maximum money that he could get his last contract extension, which put them in this predicament where they are right now, where Steph Curry is taking so much of the cap. Plus, you still have Kevin Durant taking up 20 plus million, and same with Klay and Draymond making around that too. So it's either they're going to all have to take a significant pay cut or they're done, and that opens up who is the guy that's going to leave. Will it be Draymond next year? Will it be Kevin Durant this year? Or will it be Klay Thompson, a guy that a lot of people is on the bandwagon right now for? Can Klay Thompson be your best player? Can Klay Thompson average 25 to 30 points a game if he didn't play with the players like Kevin Durant, Steph Curry? Because like I said, he'll get more shot attempts and more chances to really put up higher stats, because he had the opportunity to do if he's the number one option, which means he can also become an all-NBA first-team player. He'll be a perennial all-star as long as he continues to stay healthy, which he has been able to do throughout his career, so I'm not going to really question that. But you do get questioned a little little bit because you do have to put up more tougher shots and you do have to work a little harder when you're the best player on the team because now you're the player that they're trying to trap, you're the player they're trying to double team, and they're the player that they're game planning against to stop as the majority of the teams are now knowing that you're the best player, so their whole defense is going to be able to slow and stop you, which makes Klay Thompson's job a lot harder than it would be in Golden State, but he'll get more rewards. Charles Barkley has already said, and many other superstars say, when you're the best player, you get all the credit, and when you fail, you get all the blame. And on top of that, he also said he was a better player in Philadelphia than he was in Phoenix, but the fact that he had better teammates allowed him to put up the same stats, but at the same time win more games. And also his numbers went down, but at the same time he won MVP, which means Klay Thompson probably can win an MVP if he went to another team, but he won't most likely win a championship if KD, Steph, and Draymond stay together. That will take his chances of winning the MVP higher, but it will also means he might not win a championship again because now he will have to have a stacked team to beat the other great teams in the NBA, and that makes it harder for him to win another championship. But you can also say that Klay Thompson at this point has won multiple championships, and what can he do now? Like, all he can do right at this point is win more and more championships. He can't really do anything much besides win more with this Golden State team. But the thing that he hasn't done is prove that he can be the man. And that's the thing that a lot of people even want KD to do. Like going to New York, they want you to prove to them that you're the man, that you're the guy that can really carry a team to a championship as the best player, and that's the whole argument for Klay and KD. If KD goes to New York, can he do it? The only way he's going to earn everybody respect is if he goes to New York and win the championship as the guy without having a stacked roster like he has in Golden State. But like I said, the ultimatum is either you're great enough to win the championship as a man, or you're not good enough to get to that part where you can win it. So it's kind of, you can't have your cake and eat it too. It's either you're going to be on the team that can compete for a championship, or you're going to be the team that's on the cups of being a contender but can't get over those teams. And that's what Klay Thompson, he's going to go through. He's on a team that's the favorite to win a championship the last 3 years. And at this point, if he does leave, he's going into a team that's weaker than the team he's leaving, and that means he's going to have to go to an organization that can put talent and build a team around him, which could take years. But not only that, he has to beat the team that everybody else is trying to beat and haven't been able to beat in the last couple seasons besides LeBron, and that means he's going to be struggling to win a championship if he stays in the West. And even if he comes out the East, all the teams in the West, I'd say the top 4 teams in the West is up there with any team in the East besides Boston. I think Boston and Toronto is about 6 teams to me that can really compete for a championship when fully healthy. And I think Klay Thompson can be a great addition. Now, if he goes to the Lakers, obviously he'll be second fiddle to LeBron, which doesn't really help his case for leaving because then he won't be the man. If he goes to the Lakers, it'll be LeBron James' team. It will not be Klay Thompson's team. So when you look at it from multiple perspectives and you look at it from the side of Klay Thompson, the only real thing for him to do is either continue to win with his Splash brother and one of the best duos in NBA history, him and Steph, or go to a team that's weaker and at a lower point than Golden State at that point, and try to win a championship as the best player on that team, or go to a different team and get paid and play second fiddle. But at this point, Klay Thompson is already paid. He already made over $20 million for the last couple of years. Plus, he's only going to get another extension for about 20 plus million again, so the money shouldn't be a problem at this point for Klay Thompson. And the people want you to prove it to them, and that's my last argument. Is the media are people that you're never going to please. It's always going to be, is Klay Thompson good? Can Klay Thompson win MVP? Is Klay Thompson the best shooting guard? You're always going to be trying to please these people because they're going to always come up with another storyline. They're going to always come up with something that you fell at, and they're going to be on your side sometimes. And then when you start to fall off, they're going to be against you, and then they're going to start making fun of you and questioning you. Then when you start playing good again, then they're going to jump back on the bandwagon. So even if Klay Thompson goes to a team and win 50 games, if he never wins a championship, he never proved why he's can he be the man? And that's the tough part. If you leave and never win a championship as the man, what's the point of leaving? Because you could continue to be great with the team you're already with, or you can just go to another team and take that chance of showing people that you're the man. But if you never really win a championship, then what did you really prove? And you get a lot of accolades like MVP, All NBA First Team, but those are years that you're not competing for a championship because there's better teams out there for you to be competing against. And if you don't ever get over the hump, you never really proved that you was the man. And those are championships you possibly could lose out for not staying with Golden State, but you get more credit because you are a superstar. And I think Klay Thompson has shown that he can score 20 points a game within any system because his ability to shoot off the ball and his, remember, Klay Thompson was a good post guy. He was a guy that you can throw the ball into the post and he can hit fadeaways. He was a guy that can come off screen and hit mid range. He can shoot threes basically with not that much space and not that much room, and he can be a dead eye. So I don't think that Klay Thompson wouldn't be able to score 20 points a game, but it also depends on what team he's going to and what talent they have around him. Because like I said, they would then have to build a team that basically fits the play style of Klay Thompson and trying to get the best out of him, but also getting a better teammates that can make his job a lot easier while he can be the main person making their job easier. Because when you're a superstar, you draw so much attention because you are the game plan and the person they're trying to stop, which open up a lot of things for your teammates like layups, dunks, and open shots, even in transition. And I think that Klay Thompson will average more assists. I think he would average more points. Obviously, a game if he had more touches because he would be in more rhythm because he's going to get more touches than he does in Golden State, and he's going to be a focal point of the offense, which means he's going to have a chance to put up more empty numbers if they don't win, but some more stats because he has a bigger opportunity. But like I said, if he never wins a championship, if he never wins a ring, then what's the point of doing this? Or he just wants to do it because he wants to prove it to himself. But if he never wins a championship, then what did he prove? And that all means he should just stay in Golden State and take a pay cut and compete for championships until he retire. But if he do decide to be the man, I really wouldn't blame him because the guy already won multiple championships. The guy already been an all-star, and the guy has already made it to an all-NBA team. All he can really do is make his case for Hall of Famer even bigger and go down as one of the best players ever, which he's going to do anyway if he stays in Golden State or not. But he can get higher on that list if he does go and win some awards and potentially win a championship. He can strengthen his case as one of the better shooters in history, but also he can strengthen his shooter as one of the best players. But that's only if he does a lot as the man, which we won't know until he do it. But until then, keep winning them championship, Klay. Go for that three-peat, and on top of that, all I can say is it's a fun and it's enjoyment to watch Klay Thompson play and watch him prepare and watch him go out there and dominate. The guy done dropped 60, the guy done dropped 50 multiple times, and he done showed that he can really be a main draw. So I think he can sell tickets, and I think he definitely could be able to sell out arenas because of his fun play style, and everybody like to see the threes now, and the fans go crazy when you get hot, and that's something that Klay Thompson brings to the table. So he got the ability to have the making of a superstar. It's just ability to show that you are a superstar is what everybody's questioning. But like I said, at the end of the day, you're never going to please the media. It's always going to be, can he win another ring? Can he win another MVP? Can he carry another team? Can he beat this team? So with the media, you're never going to please them because they always looking for the next story. They always questioning you. So that means you got to continue to prove them and prove them wrong and prove them wrong, which is never ending until you retire. And even then, they're going to still be saying that Klay could have did this better. He could have been better. He could have won more championships. He could have won more MVPs. So pleasing the media is not the way to go. And hopefully Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant realize that because they've been in the NBA for years and they just do what's in their heart and do what they really want to do, whether that's leaving Golden State or even chasing being the man, as long as they will with that decision, and that's what they really want to do. I think that's what they should do. I think that's the main goal, is to make sure you're happy and you're doing what's best for you and your family, not what's best for the fans and the media. Because if your team suck, the fans ain't coming, the media really don't care about you, and you're not on TV. But when you winning, they all filling up the arenas, they all want to talk to you, and they all talk about you every day on the shows and in the articles. So that just show you how fame really is, and it's something you shouldn't chase because it can be very fake. And at the same time, if you are great, they all gonna pop up. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think Klay Thompson can be a franchise player? Do you think he can be the best player on a championship team? Or do you think he should just stay with Golden State and continue to ride it out until they done? Because he is getting closer to 30. And on top of that, at the end of the day, it's going to end eventually. And if he can leave now, he can get paid more money, but he might not win another championship. But he can help his case as one of the better players and make a case of being one of the best players ever if he can go to his own team and put up numbers and become a more integral part of the team. And that will actually help his case as being one of the better players in the league. He might be top 15 and might top 20 now, but if he goes to his own team, he might be top 10 to top 5. We won't know until he do it. But then again, he gives up the championships chasing that. And if it's well with his soul, let him do it. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description, comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description, comment section below. Like on Facebook to show support. Also, check out my Spreadshirt. There you can find t-shirts, hoodies, and sweaters. Also, pillowcases, cell phone cases, water bottles, and even mouse pads. Anything you want, I have available. Thanks for supporting that. Thanks for buying. I love making these videos, and I like that you guys enjoy watching them, and that's why I continue to go. Quinn Wade, Basketball Analysis, I'm gone. And let me know, do you think that Klay Thompson should stay? Should he leave? Should he chase the independent success, or should he continue to chase the team success, which is championships? Either way it go, you're going to have criticism. Either way it go, the media going to be talking about you. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below.